outside of the castle.
My brother promised me his old broomstick once he's saved up for a new one. I can't wait.
Scared you! Peeves, you annoying.
You've been practicing. No time to waste. You've classes to attend. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both charms, and I'd like to be sure you...
What will I learn in Charms Club?
I think you...
Can you tell me? You mentioned...
You should be able to... You will also,
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of revenge...
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding you. My suspicion is...
We did take a bit of it.
Exploring... Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare...
Well, I'm just... perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path,
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you?
Of course.
Thanks. Good luck today. And invaluable to me.
Yes, Professor.
And we'll see if we can't...
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. We don't know where this... and she may feel a...
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability... Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally... Speaking of Guy, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
I could undo all that happened that day I would. What do you want?
Hogsmeade.
Professor Ronan tends to go. I sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Get away from me!
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me! I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this...
Accio!
Stones, if you will. Splendid! Not to worry.
Accio!
Excellent, but stay focused. That's it! Happens to the best of us. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly... Miss Onai, would you care to give a... Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Accio!
Not to worry.
Let us see this. There we go. Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Accio!
Keep trying. Watch this. That is how it's done. I know everyone is watching. You don't need to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go! Phew!
Accio!
Don't lose your composure.
Let us see this. There we go. Be sharp. That is how it's done.
Accio!
Oh dear.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss took weeks for...
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate you. I transferred here from what? My mother is... Before I knew it...
Is Wagged...
What? But didn't it?
Is Wag...
Its address is... I remember and then it just materialized before.
This may seem an...
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived.
You can cast spell.
Oh, yes. I must admit how...
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use
A word, if you would.
if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it
You
won't work on
wanted to
humans.
speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you Expect to hear from me soon regarding a
think he was hungry.
More like he doesn't like you.
Balthazar loves me. I'm his best
Is that all you've got? Bombara!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised
Levioso.
Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Levioso!
Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Levioso!
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
What be your first duel?
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Protego!
Protego! Stupid Protego.
Complicates things. Levioso!
I do enjoy a lively duel. If only all of my students were this adept.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today, I demand excellence from my students. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling...
Understood, Professor.
Again, well done. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be... Then again...
In fact, it was.
But be quiet, you know.
Exclusive...
Excellent. Well, you...
Thank you.
Good. Perhaps somewhere on... Look for Luke and Brattle. Till next time. Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Accio! Levioso! Revelio!
Can I help you?
Sebastian told...
If Sebastian vouches, I coordinate.
I'm flattered. How do...
It's up.
Of course. Get me in the ring.
We'll make you regret signing up.
Protego!
Act like a winner!
That's all you've got? Confringo!
Mind the wand!
Accio. Accio. Levioso.
There goes my wager.
Confringo.
Lumos. Protego. Levioso. Levioso.
You're better than that!
Levioso. 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 Accio.
Confringo.
Glad I didn't bet on that round.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant.
No. Hope to see you back here again.
I think I'll miss you.
Really?
I shan't miss you.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did.
Seems Professor...
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor... Now, regarding... We've arranged to...
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. You've managed to...
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array. Professor Sharp,
I've never... There's an Olive...
there is Mr. Olive. I would trust...
I'm eager to get...
Very well. Perhaps Sebastian...
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. She'll keep you...
Rookwood?
a rather unsafe... Once you've finished... No...